See, the first topic as per news today is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay. When this Yojana came, there was so much of hue and cry regarding we will be able to have vacant account, and these account will not be used but will be an additional burden on the bank which was already suffering from NPA, non-performing asset. And I even remember that good journalists or the journalists, those who are doing their homework, they also were accusing why the government is opening Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. And even Mamta Banerjee, she also questioned it. So now, what is the actual success of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? During COVID, it proved that it was really helpful. Okay, without this Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which provides bank account to every individual. Okay, those who did not have their bank account, they were asked to open up their bank account. What was the criteria? You must be citizen of India, and you must be between the age of 18 to 59. Why 18 to 59? Generally, the working population is between this age. Even for demographic dividend, this age is taken in place of India. But outside India, international level, certain level, they are taking from 16 to 65 years of age. And third criteria was that if you are 10 years to 18 years of age, you can also open Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account, but you should be under the guardianship of your legal guardian. Okay. So these three were the condition. And what was the benefit? The benefit was huge. During Corona lockdown, government was able to deposit money in the accounts of farmers, and the farmers were able to use it for seeds, credit for seeds, and then fertilizer. Okay, it also did away with bogus people employed in Manrega. Okay, contractor was only employing 30 people and showing employment of 300. He has to manually pay them. Now biometric is taken for attendance through Aadhaar. Okay, and then money is paid into the Aadhaar linked Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan account. Okay, so what actually happened? That money was not getting wasted. Okay, these are two examples just I am giving you to understand the benefit of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. It also did away with subsidies and ensured that there was rationalization of subsidies. Those who were needing money, only they would get their money back. Because of this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account over there, India over a period of time became high level of banking literacy. Okay, so let's see why it is in news. Okay, it is in news because of two major success component. Over 53 crore people now have a bank account under the scheme. Under this scheme, we have 53 crore people. And of that 53 crore people, 30 crores are women. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan success has two major components. Today, because of this scheme, there are 53 crores of Indians who have their bank account. Okay, just see how impactful it is. And out of 53 crore, 30 crores are women. So because of this scheme, and it came into 2014. Okay, because of this scheme, in 2015 when it was started, today we see that the women are economically empowered. And during Corona lockdown also, the food inflation in India was under control. Why? Because sufficient amount of crops and vegetables and oil seeds were produced. Why? Because government was able to provide farmers with the money through which they could buy seeds and fertilizer. So in India, we did not suffer post-corona lockdown high food inflation as in case of Pakistan, where you get atta for rupees 400, or Sri Lanka, where the entire regime was changed. Sri Lanka, there is a different story as well, because they went for organic uh, production of food, because they wanted to cut out the petroleum and urea which they have to pay from their foreign exchange. But the problem was that they thought that because of high tourism, okay, people will come and they will pay for organic food and that will substitute for the income. Okay, but it actually did not happen. So this is a probable question in your mains as well regarding economic empowerment of women. So this is also a good example which you can cite. Now see about the scheme from your prelims point of view. Started in 2014 to promote financial inclusion, to provide access to financial services, banking services, okay, including saving accounts, remittance, credit, insurance, pension, and affordability. It was affordable. Eligibility criteria, I have already told you, Indian national, aged between 18 to 15, if minor above the age of 10, must be supported by their legal guardian. Okay. Next, you see this question which has been asked and the question which may come. This question has been prepared by me. Which of the following is not an eligibility criteria for opening a Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan account? It must be Indian national, yes. Applicant should be the age of 18 to 59. Minor above 10. This is a trick which you have to remember, that yes, above 10 they can also open their account. So the answer is not eligible. So none of the above. Now attempt this question. Question number 2. It has already come in UPSC 2015. So it may come in your state PCS examination. And if it does not even come, you have to attempt it to increase your objectivity. Attempt the question. All of you attempted? Okay. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has been launched for providing housing loan? No. Promoting women's self-help group? No. Providing financial help to marginalized community? No. Promoting financial inclusion in the country? Yes. Because the criteria does not show that you have to be below poverty level or to certain caste or tribe, okay, or to specific to women. So the three criteria which you have seen, and you know the objective is to promote financial inclusion in the country. Next topic is Nicobar Mega Pod, and why this is important. See, there is an island known as Great Nicobar Island. How many of you don't know that even Andaman Island and Nicobar group of island are divided into different groups, and each group has got individual island known as Great Nicobar Island, Little Andaman, Car Nicobar. Okay, so you have to understand that. Today, open the atlas and see the name of these different groups. And what line separates Andaman group of island from Nicobar group of island, that also you have to see. It is 10-degree channel. Okay. So now there is a Great Nicobar project. Okay. Which will be around 72,000 crore projects. Okay. And this project is going to have 4 components. Number 1, there must be a transshipment port. Okay. And this transshipment port will be at Galathia Bay. Just note down Galathia Bay, because Galathia is a river, and the place where this river meets the Andaman Sea is known as Galathia Bay. And this Galathia Bay's mouth is also an important site for giant leather back turtle. Okay, you have to see its IUCN status as well. Second, you have to also see Nicobar Biosphere, Great Nicobar Biosphere. Okay, that's an homework. So this project is going on. This project will have transshipment port where Galathia Bay I have mentioned. Second, it will have power plant to provide electricity. Third, it will have township. And fourth, it will have military establishment or defense establishment. Okay. So because of this, the entire ecosystem of that Great Nicobar will be destroyed. Great Nicobar is a huge island that has got huge amount of biodiversity over there. So there is one bird which is known as megapod. Okay, that bird is shown over here. Okay, why it is known as megapod? Because the feet of this bird is very big in proportion to its body, and this bird is threatened. It is very endemic to Great Nicobar. It is not found anywhere in the world, but only to Great Nicobar. In 2004, what happened? Few of you might have been born, and few of you might have been of 10 years of age. Okay, so tsunami happened. And because of tsunami, as per Geological Survey of India report, around 3/4 of its population vanished. And this megapod is known to, it is terrestrial bird, मतलब जमीन पर रहता है. Terrestrial मतलब जमीन पे रहने वाला bird. Big footed, that's the reason it is known as megapod. And it is using soils, ground in a form of mound to incubate its egg. And it is also seen that all its mounds are only 100 meters away from coast, sea coast. Okay, in fact 91%, again by the survey of Geological Survey of India. So if this project of Great Nicobar comes into existence, what will happen? The entire population of Nicobar megapod will vanish. So the question may comes regarding Nicobar megapod, but the government of the day may not ask. But you have to remember this for citing an example in your exam. This was in news that the Environment Ministry go ahead with the 72,000 crore infrastructure project in Nicobar Island. Location has been chosen purely on technical and financial criteria. Environmental criteria has been totally disregarded. There are 51 megapod nests and 20,000 coral colonies located in the project site, and Galathia was known to be a site of important turtle conservation. So these are the probable area from where your questions will come. If not the questions, you should remember for your mains. Okay? See, this class will be going on till March. So every day over a period of time, you will know few things new, totally new. Okay. And then it will add up to your knowledge. And that will definitely help you clear prelims, mains, and interview. Okay. Who is this guy? Jairam Ramesh, Minister for Environment in UPA government. Now, how many of you are aware of Sunita Williams? She is a lady of Indian origin. Her name is Sunita Pandya. Okay, she is born in US, so US citizen. Her parents were from Gujarat. So today she is a famous astronaut, and unfortunately she is stuck in International Space Center in space. Okay, so in order to bring her back, SpaceX, how many of you know who owns the company SpaceX? अरे पता तो होगा ना, who owns the company SpaceX? That SpaceX is owned by whom? This can be a question in your SSC or state PCS. See, I have framed the question over here. Okay, I have framed the question in a different respect. Okay, so comment in the comment section, put who is the chairperson of SpaceX. Okay, so Sunita Williams is stuck in the space. So SpaceX is a company which is going to build a shuttle which is going to bring her back, and the shuttle which they are going to build are reusable. Reusable. Okay, why reusable? Because it will bring down the cost of space exploration or these kind of space programs. Okay, so they have developed two type of shuttle, Crew Dragon and another one is Cargo Dragon. So Crew Dragon will have space crew and Cargo Dragon will have cargos. And why these companies, which are private companies, are doing it? Because see here, because NASA plans to hand over space station flights to American company after the space agency retired its space shuttle in 2011. Okay, it will open up opportunity for the private companies to utilize the space station and promote tourism or exploration or research, because fund is needed and the fund will come from private sector. Okay, again, a good thing about capitalism is that private incentives or willingness can be used for research and development, and the government can open up that sector for them to take benefit, and the government can shift its focus to other necessary sectors. Okay, because government has achieved its target of exploring space. So let us know about this. So SpaceX is the company which is developing Crew Dragon as a part of NASA's plan to hand over space stations. Okay, because the space company will get opportunity to expand its business over there, do research over there and get benefited. Crew Dragon is one of the two variant of SpaceX Dragon spacecraft, as I told you, which is partially reusable. Reusable है तभी तो इसका cost कम होगा. It comes with two variant. The other is Cargo Dragon will have cargo. So Crew Dragon consists of two part, reusable space capsule and second one is expandable trunk module. Okay. Now the question is this: the Crew Dragon spacecraft, which will bring back astronaut Sunita Williams from the International Space Station, has been made up of which of the following organization? This kind of question UPSC may not ask. UPSC does not ask this kind of question, but your state PCS, SSC, CGL, they may ask. But in UPSC, this information will also come handy. So answer is SpaceX. Explanation part, you can pause the video and you can read it. And here I have also given the answer. Who has founded SpaceX? Elon Musk. Similarly, we have something else in news. In ISRO, we have going to another project which is Gaganyaan. So for the Gaganyaan, before Gaganyaan to be launched, ISRO has designed humanoid. Okay. And its skull has already been designed. So what is this humanoid? Humanoid is known as Vyom Mitra. And since its skull has been designed and fashioned at one of the units of ISRO, which is Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Thiruvananthapuram, and it was in news, so it may come in your state PCS examination. Okay, so first let's see what is humanoid and what possible question you can get in your examination. See, where is Vikram Sarabhai Space Center? Answer is Thiruvananthapuram. Second question which UPSC or other examination may ask you is Department of Space comes under which ministry? Ministry of Defense? No. Ministry of Science and Technology? No. Ministry of Home Affairs? No. It comes directly under Prime Minister's office. Okay. Pause the video, note it down. Now, what is humanoid? Okay, or half humanoid? India is not sending full humanoid. India is sending half humanoid. Only from head to torso portion. So it is a robotic system designed to resemble humans. That's the reason humanoids. Okay. Then example, Vyom Mitra, which will have movable arms, torso, face, and a neck. It will function autonomously in space. What will be its use for? The general use of robotic system in space will be cleaning of solar panels, fixing faulty equipment outside the spacecraft, and for that astronaut has to go for spacewalk in order to fix it. So now they have come up with these robotic systems and protect astronauts and allow them to focus on scientific mission rather than if the spacecraft has certain issues while they are in the space, rather than asking the astronauts to come out, do a spacewalk and solve the glitches. It is better that they remain inside, focus on scientific missions, and let the humanoid do the fixing outside. Okay, hope this is understood by all of you. Any issue? कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है तो बताओ.
नो सर.
आपको क्वेश्चन क्या आएगा? आपको क्वेश्चन आएगा कि गगनयान के लिए जो ह्यूमनॉइड है उसका नाम क्या है. ठीक है, व्योम मित्रा है. विक्रम साराभाई स्पेस सेंटर ने व्योम मित्रा का स्कल डिजाइन किया है. ठीक है, कहाँ पे है? तिरुवनंतपुरम में है. डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्पेस किस मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर आता है? तो डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्पेस कम्स अंडर ऑफिस ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर. सो प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स ऑफिस. व्हाट आर ह्यूमनाइड्स? दे आर रोबोटिक सिस्टम डिजाइन टू रिसेंबल ह्यूमंस. ठीक है, what function they will do generally is fixing of issues outside the spacecraft, cleaning of solar panels. ठीक है, and let the scientist focus on scientific missions. Next, this is in news, and you know disease and vaccines are some of the prime area from the question will come. So this news is there that Chandipura virus is getting transmitted. This Chandipura virus issue is not a new issue. It was reported 20 to 30 years back as well. So this virus causes what? It causes encephalitis. Encephalitis is a rare but serious condition which causes inflammation in brain. And because of that, it may cause swelling and lead to other symptoms. Okay. So this was in news. At max in your state PCS you will get it is associated with which disease? Encephalitis, dengue, malaria, tuberculosis. So it is associated with encephalitis. You need to know a bit more about encephalitis in order to prepare well. So do Google search and put it in comment section. Otherwise, I will also deal with it. Okay. So Chandipura virus is associated with encephalitis and inflammation of brain. The virus has been linked to the outbreak of acute encephalitis, and it is particularly affecting what? Children, and that to be in certain region of India, specific to Maharashtra and all region. Okay, there the people are more susceptible to this virus. No, this is something which I think will come in UPSC also, this topic. And your state PCS. State PCS will talk about one of the crusader which has led to a revival of population of great adjutant stork. It is also known as Garud. Garud or Garud. Garud is a mythological bird which has taken a stand when Mata Sita was getting kidnapped by Ravan. Okay, so Garud is also a mythological bird. And this bird, great adjutant stork, is known as Garud. It is only found in 3 places in the world. Assam. That's the reason I am expecting UPSC to ask. Cambodia and Bhagalpur, Bihar. Okay. In Bhagalpur, they have opened up their breeding center also, conservation center also in the city. But still to get in news. So this lady, she has received a famous environmental conservation award and her name is Purnima Devi Burman. So kindly note her name because she formed an NGO for the conservation of great adjutant stork, and that NGO is known as Har-Gila Army. Har-Gila is a word for this great adjutant stork in Assamese. Okay, what does Har-Gila means? Just think about it. Few of you are from that area, so let us know what does Har-Gila means. देखो, Har-Gila means bone, someone who can take inside bone, okay, without chewing. So Har-Gila means bone को निगलने वाला, someone who can swallow the bone swallowers, okay. So IUCN status of great adjutant stork can come in your state PCS examination. Answer is endangered. Okay, it is listed in endangered of IUCN red list. Okay, and this woman has already come, her name has already come in Assam PCS examination, and I'm sure it can get repeated also. In Assam, people can find this bird almost in the plain area near the Brahmaputra basin. But the problem is that they are always seen with something which is unlucky or dirty. So she encouraged and ensured that the local population also support. Okay, she changed this notion that the conservation can only be done by environmentalists. Okay, she involved people, especially women. She made this movement of conservation of greater adjutant stork a women-centric movement. Okay, and that is where her success lies. आपको एक क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, who is the founder of Har-Gila Army, which is engaged in conservation of greater adjutant stork? So answer is Purnima Devi Burman. There is also someone known as Jadav Pyang. How many of you know Jadav Pyang? He is very famous, and he is also a possible question in your state PCS examination. देखो, आपको ऑप्शन दिया जाएगा ना, तो ऑप्शन ऐसा रहेगा जो आपके एग्जाम में आ सकता है कंफ्यूज करने के लिए. तो एनी आइडिया हु इज जादव प्यांग?
Yes, the forest man.
Yes.
The forest man.
He is known as Forest Man of India because he has single-handedly brought a forest from scratch, and he is someone who has also engaged in conservation of Majuli Island. Okay, any idea who is known as Waterman of India? This man is known as Forest Man of India. There is also one person who is known as Waterman of India, Rajinder Singh. Okay, this person is credited to use our traditional method to bring back water level up in Rajasthan. His book for water conservation and the method which he has used can be used in a wider sense in peninsular India and other portions of India where there is challenges associated with conservation of water. Any idea about Sunita Narayan? Any idea about Sunita Narayan? She is also responsible for Center for Environmental Studies, and there also she comes up, she is an academician, and she comes up with different research to prove what is good for our environment and what is having its effect. Vandana Shiva, she talks about organic food being produced everywhere in the world, and perhaps it was her organic food which she always emphasized, which is also considered to one of the reason of downfall of Sri Lankan economy. She was a person who has suggested the Sri Lankan president that you should go for organic food production, but it was not planned properly, and because of that Sri Lankan economy went for a mess, and eventually he has to leave his country. Okay, now this will need a bit of explanation. Okay, so before I proceed, I want to tell you about micro, small and medium enterprises. Okay, how many of you are aware of MSME sector? देखो इंडिया में है ना सबसे ज्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी आफ्टर एग्रीकल्चर यही सेक्टर देता है. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जांपल लॉक मेकिंग, स्मॉल लॉक मेकिंग सेंटर, स्मॉल हैंडलूम साड़ी मेकिंग, आसमीज गौमछा मेकिंग जो छोटा छोटा सेंटर होता होगा वो, गाले मेकिंग, होम मेड पिकल्स और those center where the pickles are being made. Okay. Or some other things, small artisans work, handicraft, they basically belong to these kind of sector. Leather, uh, specific leather industries, majority of them belong to these sector where people get employment opportunity. And after agriculture, this sector has the highest involvement of people as employment. Okay. Second, majority of India's export outside the world in terms of goods are from this MSME sector, especially our shoes. Recently, shoes from Bihar are being exported for the Russian army, especially our clothes, handmade clothes, artisans products such as silverware, brassware from Meerut, or furnitures or reed furnitures. They are getting so much of recognition in international market. Okay, so they basically come from MSME sector. So what is the definition of MSME sector? Simple. M stand for micro, S small for small, and this M stand for medium, and E stand for enterprises. So micro is something. Micro is something in which investment is of rupees 1 crore. Rupees 1 crore investment. Okay. और टर्नओवर क्या है? इन्वेस्टमेंट टर्नओवर है 5 करोड़. ठीक है. स्मॉल में इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या है? 10 करोड़. ठीक है. टर्नओवर क्या है स्मॉल का? 50 करोड़. देखो याद करने में दिक्कत नहीं होगा. इन्वेस्टमेंट टर्नओवर 5 टाइम्स. ठीक है. इन्वेस्टमेंट टर्नओवर 5 टाइम्स. ठीक है. इसमें क्या होगा? 50 करोड़ तक तो इसी का टर्नओवर है, तो मीडियम का इन्वेस्टमेंट 50 करोड़ दिखा दो. ठीक है. मिनिमम इन्वेस्टमेंट. ठीक है. और टर्नओवर जो होगा इसका 5 टाइम्स 250 करोड़. ठीक है. तो ये क्राइटेरिया है माइक्रो स्मॉल मीडियम का. सो एसएमई सेक्टर, स्मॉल एंड मीडियम सेक्टर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. एक्चुअली हो क्या रहा है? देखो आपका सेबी जो है, सिक्योरिटी एंड एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया, उसने बोला है कि हमारा जो एसएमई सेक्टर्स है ना उसमें एक पैटर्न है रिगिंग का. तो उसमें क्या होता है, फाउंडर्स रिगिंग करते हैं स्टॉक में. तो क्या होता है कि पहले वो लिस्ट करते हैं अपनी कंपनी को स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में. स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में. ठीक है. एंड दे ऑल्सो हैव फाउंडर्स एंड प्रोमोटर्स. Founders are those who have founded the company. Promoters are those who are into promoting. They have certain name in that area. Okay, that we are expert in these field, so we are also promoting them. So after they have registered themselves in the stock exchange, what they will do is that they will issue bonus or stock split. इसमें क्या होता है ना, मान लो आपने एक शेयर खरीदा है, इसको स्प्लिट करके 5 शेयर बना देगा. ठीक है. कर देंगे वो. ठीक है. वाई? कंपनी हैज परफॉर्म्ड रियली वेल. स्टॉक स्प्लिट्स हैपेंस वेयर ओनली व्हेन द कंपनी इज परफॉर्मिंग रियली वेल. सो व्हाट notion does it gives to the market, stock exchange, that we are performing really well, and this really well is seen as an opportunity by others to seize and invest. They are doing really well. So everyone wants to join people, those who are doing really well. Okay, winning people. So people will join this bandwagon. Okay, so they will invest, and after people has invested, these people, those who are founder and promoter, they will start selling their stocks and come out of the market. अब क्या हुआ, इनको पैसा तो मिल गया, हो तो कुछ रहा नहीं था, इन्वेस्टर्स के पैसे फंस गया। आप में से कितनों को समझ में आया और कितनों को नहीं समझ में आया?
सर एक और बार बोल दीजिए।
देखो देखो क्या हुआ है, सेबी हैज cautioned the investors about what specific pattern used by SME founders and promoters. ठीक है, how they are using it? They are using it when they have listed their companies on the stock exchange. Okay, so after they have listed their company in the stock exchange, what is the next logical step? They will come up with initial public offering and then selling of their shares. This is why they have listed themselves. Okay, या तो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में आने से पहले ही इनिशियल पब्लिक ओपनिंग कर देंगे। ठीक है, अब यहां पर अपना शेयर बेच रहे हैं। ठीक है, स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में शेयर बेचेंगे। ठीक है, अब जब शेयर बेच रहे हैं तो दे विल डू समथिंग इन ऑर्डर टू शो दैट देयर कंपनी इज डूइंग रियली वेल। Okay, so how they will say that they are doing well? They will announce bonus. कोरोना के समय लॉकडाउन में किसी को बोनस मिला था? नहीं ना मिला था, बिकॉज दिस वर टफ टाइम, सो नो बोनस वाज गिवन. Bonus will be only given when the company is doing really good. So this will create a positive perception about the company. ठीक है, when the positive perception has been created about the company, what will happen? Everyone would like to join people, those who are doing really good. They will like to invest, right? Why they would like to invest? They will like to invest because they also want bonus in future, right? मनी किसी को काटता थोड़ी है, सबको पैसा मिल रहा है तो हम भी चलो पैसा लगा दे। पर एक्चुअली दिस बोनस इज डेलिब्रेट. व्हाई डेलिब्रेट? बिकॉज कंपनी कुछ ऐसा अचीव नहीं किया है. बोनस हैज बीन अनाउंस्ड टू अट्रैक्ट इन्वेस्टर. Okay, so when investors will start buying for their share, the price of share will go high or go low. When the people are willing to invest, the price of share will go high or low? High. अब जब हाई हो रहा है तो फाउंडर और प्रमोटर क्या करेगा? अपना अपना हिस्से का शेयर बेच देगा. अब जब हिस्से का शेयर बेच दिया तो शेयर का एक्चुअल प्राइस क्या था? ₹100. जब हाई हो गया शेयर तो 200 में बेचा. एंड दिस 100 to 200 has happened because of the perception which has been created, not because the company has done really well. And because the perception has been created, they made their profit. And once they have sold their share, they are pulling themselves out of the company. So it is done. And because of doing this, who loses the money? The investors are losing this money. अब इसमें क्या हो रहा है? After inducing investors to buy share at elevated price through these announcements, the promoter then sell their holding at these higher prices, effectively rigging the stock market for their benefit. समझ में आया?
Sir, this is similar to short selling, I guess.
देखो, शॉर्ट सेलिंग दूसरा चीज है. उसमें शॉर्ट सेलिंग में प्राइस का दाम गिरा करके बेनिफिट लिया जाता है. ठीक है, और शॉर्ट सेलिंग में जो शॉर्ट सेलर फर्म्स होते हैं वो बेनिफिट लेते हैं, इन्वेस्टर और प्रमोटर नहीं लेता है. शॉर्ट सेलिंग इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग. इसमें क्या होता है ना, आपका फेक बनाया जाता है कि आपका कंपनी अच्छा कर रहा है. ये तो सरासर झूठ है ना. शॉर्ट सेलिंग इज नॉट झूठ. शॉर्ट सेलिंग इज दैट इन मार्केट व्हाट विल हैपन, यू आर गेसिंग इट राइटली. ओके, यहाँ पर तो झूठ है, प्रोपेगेंडा है. शॉर्ट सेलिंग में भी प्रोपेगेंडा आ चुका है. ठीक है, पर यहाँ पर तो ब्लेटेंट प्रोपेगेंडा है ना, योर कंपनी इज नॉट डूइंग एक्सट्रीमली वेल, you are portraying its picture that it is doing extremely well, so people are investing and your share is being sold at a very higher prices, so you are getting benefited. समझ में आया या नहीं यार? ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
शॉर्ट सेलिंग में क्या
Yes,
होता है?
sir.
शॉर्ट सेलिंग में आपके पास 10 शेयर है एक कंपनी का एंड ईच शेयर इज ₹100. ओके, एंड यू नो दैट द प्राइस ऑफ शेयर विल गो डाउन टू ₹80. You know it. It will happen in 1 week time. So what you will do is that you will sell your all 10 shares for ₹100. ठीक है? You got ₹1,000. And when the share price within short span of time, maybe a day or two, comes down to ₹80, okay, you buy same 10 share of yours at ₹800. So at the end of the day, what you are having? 10 shares, okay, plus ₹200 extra. This is short selling. अरे तो शॉर्ट सेलिंग में पता होता है कि इसका प्राइस फॉर ए मिनिमम पीरियड जाएगा नीचे बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टेन अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ मार्केट और रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग ऑफ मार्केट, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड इट विल स्टेबलाइज. कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस यहाँ पे कुछ लेना देना नहीं होता है, होता है पर शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम है तो कंपनी अपने आप को ठीक कर रही है वो, बिकॉज मार्केट में जो चल रहा है ना, एक्सेप्शन एक्सपेक्टेशन, ठीक है ना, वो ऊपर नीचे होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल रतन टाटा pulls out of this airlines which they have opened up, okay, तो क्या होगा? शेयर गिरेगा दिन भर में, ठीक है, 200-300 रुपया गिरेगा. तो जो जिसके पास 10 शेयर है वो बेच करके शाम में खरीद लेगा फिर से. उसको पता है कि थोड़ी ना एयरलाइन बंद हो रहा है, बिकॉज रतन टाटा इज जस्ट पुलिंग इट आउट बिकॉज ऑफ हिज पर्सनल रीजन, ही वांट टू कंसंट्रेट समवेयर एल्स. समझ में आया? ठीक है, तो
Yes,
शॉर्ट
sir.
सेलिंग इज डिफरेंट. So this way we will be covering all the current affairs along with static portion. Okay, portion. See, some of you have said that in other classes also we need PPT for better understanding, but because few of us are very new to the subject, so from today onwards in the rest of the classes I have asked people to use PPT but be more explanatory. Okay, so with this your current affairs classes comes to end. So anything else, let me know. Any doubt?